like he just keeps going.
There's a second wind.
I can tell you, but just know that, like I said, I've been sent all around the world, and I never thought my life would be like this. I never could have imagined this. I don't even generally, if you ask me what I'm doing tomorrow, I can't really tell you because I get my orders from headquarters, and it's like a moving target all the time. So, but this, I'm really happy that you came to be here. If you go online, if you go on YouTube, they recently I've come out from under the radar, and I've been giving some, there's some things I've been on I-24 TV and some interviews with Breaking Israel News and the other. Anyway, if you go to my website, www.shofar.com, you'll see some of the things. But really, I'm here to undergird Erna. I'm here to, again, possess the land and call the children of Israel home. And I do, on a regular basis, the Army takes me into Jericho, the old Shalom Israel Synagogue, to sound the shofar. And there's something that happens when the shofar is sounded. I'll just give you a real quick example. So everybody asks me, how come you don't ever go to Korea? Why don't you just go to Korea? Why don't you go to Korea? Well, I just don't say, oh, I'm going to go to Korea. I'm going to sound the shofar in Korea. No, it doesn't work like that. I have to have like some confirmations, and I have to know that it's from him. And at this time, I got a call and said, get a ticket, go to Korea, be there for 10 days, and arrive on this day. When you get to the airport, just call this WhatsApp number. So I looked at my bank account, and that's the fourth confirmation of. I got to look there, and if the money's there that wasn't there the day before, to pay for the ticket, then I know that's I'm supposed to go. And incidentally, I just will tell you that how this. I can't get into too much of the story, but just how this was coming about is when Erna had the terror attack. Did she tell you about all that?
For a period of many years.
Yeah. Well, there was in 2015 on Tisha B'Av, she was here with her husband on Arab Shabbat on their front porch. He's a Torah scribe in Ofra, and he only comes on Shabbat. And I happened to be in the U.S. visiting my grandchildren. And that night she invited the soldiers to come and read the Megillah, to read for Tisha B'Av.
Tisha B'Av.
And anyway, that night, 3 Arab terrorists decided to come and terrorize her. They bound and gagged her and pistol whipped them. And was ransacking the house. When the soldiers coming to pray, apprehended them. They caught them in the act. And they ended up, believe it or not, we couldn't believe it when they took them down to headquarters, and then they just released them. And we couldn't believe that. But then a month later, when I was back, I happened to be having Arab Shabbat with them again, and all of a sudden the Army, the whole platoon came rushing over and said, quick, get inside, they're on their way back. They were coming back on motorcycles to finish the job. They were going to burn the place down. And that night, what they had done is when they let them go, they bugged their phones, and they captured a cell of 36 Arab terrorists. And so, because of, it really put a lot of fear in her